some new PlayStation stuff, I guess. From that thing.
There's some very unexpected developments in your future.
Okay.
Shocking events that will change the course of your life.
A good Crash Bandicoot game.
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5. Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the feature rundown of Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neo-Cortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals.
A very solid new game.
Brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters.
Very
Crash
solid.
Bandicoot always looked pretty suave. But wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second.
Go.
With the weight of the universe on your shoulders, and probably some errands to run, there's little time to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless controllers bring adaptive triggers to your fingertips, so you can feel the blast of Neo-Cortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple a Tana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard.
Like, it's a good
and
game.
really feel the suck when you vacuum his Dingo Dial.
But
Looking to get fully immersed in the Crash Bandicoot universe? Crank it up to 11 and take your audio into an all-new dimension with enhanced 3D audio.
that's really cool.
Achieving the infamous 106% completion is the sign of a true Bandicoot master. But should our genetically mutated marsupial lose his way? Leverage PlayStation 5 activity cards to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials, flashback levels, and boss fights. I bet Entropy wishes he had that.
Okay.
Even bring your incomplete save over from the PlayStation 4.
Okay,
and
that's
use the
good.
activity
That's good.
cards
I
to get
can't
to
fault them on
106%.
this. I can't fault them on that.
And one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an
Yeah.
upgrade option is available.
It's like
Check
10
out the
quid, I
PlayStation
mean,
blog for full details.
It's like
Whether
10
it's
quid
your
in the
first
UK,
playthrough or your 100th,
Yeah, I'm
there's
not-
no better time to experience Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on PlayStation 5.
It's Crash Bandicoot. I can't really complain, guys. Anyway, right. Let's actually hopefully be something we haven't seen
Welcome
before.
back, Crash. The gang's all here on today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great updates lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Hey everyone, we at Housemarque are excited to give you this sneak peek at Returnal. In Returnal, you will play as Celine, an Astro.
Oh yes, I remember this at
Crash lands on
E3.
an alien planet, Atropos, after receiving a mysterious
Got
signal.
a very
White Shadow.
obviously alien
Players will explore
vibe.
this inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play.
Big alien vibes.
Dashing and quickly maneuvering your way above and around enemies is key to survival in Returnal.
Nice to see some gameplay from it, definitely. You know, because this is what I wish, you know, a lot of companies would actually do. Is, you know, this is like, you know,
with the large variety
animatics are
of
great. You know,
and the vast number
proof of
unique
concept stuff
movesets
is
each
great.
possess, combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are. Death is only the beginning.
Oh. Okay.
Every time you die and restart, the world will change. The map will be different, enemies will appear in new locations and in differing numbers. So you have to think fast and adapt.
So it's
Here you
quite
can see
neat.
the use of the lightning alt fire, which is great for crowd control. This is one of many alt fires that you can acquire in the game.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of this so far.
You will stumble across mysterious devices that can grant rewards to the player. These will vary from weapons, consumables, and upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle and make each cycle feel unique.
Ooh, yeah, it's getting a really alien.
Besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and
Alien
engaging
feel. I
narrative.
can only describe it as an
We allow players
alien
to piece
feel.
together the puzzle that is the story of Celine as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
That can't be here.
I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured.
Yeah, this
But I
is.
can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind.
This is interesting.
There's no comfort here. No safe space.
Jump scare. Yeah, jumps on a jump scare, I'd imagine. Oh. Oh boy, that's freaky.
Exactly as I left it.
Yeah, I'm getting good vibes from that. As I said, I'd be surprised if that is out this year.
Returnal lands on April 30th, and it's
Oh,
developed by the
blimey.
talented team at Housemarque.
Okay, this is coming up much earlier than I
Next,
thought.
let's
then.
take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
This is the one we saw? Yeah, this is the EA Sporting Royale thing that we saw
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios.
last time
We're
we
an
were
indie
when we
developer
watched the
based in
Nintendo
upstate New York,
Direct.
and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer
It's
action
got,
game
like,
for PS4
I'm not
where rival crews
massively
settle their
impressed
scores
with
epic
this.
dodgeball battles.
Like,
Knockout City
don't get me
is
wrong,
easy to pick up and play, but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills.
yeah, it's like
In
it
our
looks
1v1
okay.
face-off mode, you'll go
I'll get a
head-to-head
very
in a
Jet
constantly
Set
shrinking
Radio
battleground, relying on your reflexes
feel
and
of it.
abilities to knock out an opponent. A well-timed
And it
powers
looks
up the
like,
ball,
you know, it
making
feels
easier to
like,
land
you
a
know,
hit.
they've looked at something like
Use trick shots
Splatoon
to
or
lob
something
the
and
ball
gone,
over
oh
the
no,
ledge
we
or
need
hook
one
it
of
around the
those.
corner.
Yeah.
Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with a ball flying your way, a
Like,
last-second dodge is the difference
visually-
between getting knocked out and staying in the fight. Keep your wits about you.
I don't know if
outplay
like
your
the
opponent to bring home a win.
Nintendo Direct EA thing marketed it really poorly, but
Let's jump into Team KO, our 3v3 mode.
yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work in
Nope.
Knockout City.
Please never use that word again.
A well-coordinated team can still dominate.
Yeah, please don't ever
We're playing
describe.
a Back Alley Brawl, a new
Okay.
map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the Sniper Ball, which locks onto targets from
Okay.
far across the map and wham! You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl, you can hop into
It's
a tube
these
and make a quick
tubes we
getaway
stole
or
from
use them to sneak up
Nintendo.
on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate.
Yeah, which they mentioned last thing. It's like,
Or risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion.
which I imagine knocks them out. You know,
The, team
the
here at
aesthetic
Valorant has
of
been
it
obsessed with
is-
building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout
Gee.
City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final
yeah,
stretch of
it feels
development.
like, you know, oh,
Dial
Epic
your
have
crew
got
and
this,
sign up for our
Nintendo got
crossplay
this,
beta
you know,
at
these
knockoutcity.com
companies have
to
got
play early on
their
PlayStation.
Battle Royale
See you
game,
soon,
this is
brawlers.
ours, and it's like, it's solid, but I just do not feel this interest in that at all. At least we're getting a lot of games like immediately that are going to be out this year, which is nice.
Time for something new. Here's your first look at an
Oh.
upcoming PS5 game from the team at Slowclap.
Okay. Okay. Liking the visual style. It's some sort of martial arts game, I'd imagine. It's the corridor scene from Old Boy. It's a video game. Nicely, I mean, the animation is nice. The character design is very. It's got that sort of thing going on with it. Oh, it's Old Boy, the video game. Or Keanu Reeves Simulator. Look, I'm liking the visual style of it. And it's clearly going to be like some element. Yeah, this is. That's quite neat. I like the look of the feel of
the
that.
debut of Sifu, coming to the PS5 console later this year.
Okay, I'm assuming there's some
Now
sort of
let's get an update
aging,
on Solar
getting you
Ash,
through
an epic new PS5
power
adventure from Heart
thing
Machine.
going on with that. Okay. Oh, I remember this from. I'm trying to remember when it was. This looked quite impressive at the time. I was actually quite impressed with this. Nice fight.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, creative
Beautifully. It's got that sort of very.
Know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today,
That'd be
I'm
what I
here to
knew
show
them
you
from,
the first
absolutely.
peek of gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash. Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path.
The
You play as
second
Red,
game this
a
year is
daring
good.
Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her.
Yeah, the
vulnerable.
vibe of this, like,
Ray
vibe
is
of
extremely
this.
agile, able to speed across
Like,
the world
I
with
like.
abilities akin to skating. On the ashen clouds, she can
And
quickly
you know,
cut
the
a great
visual style
distances
they've
in our
got
huge world.
definitely matches the plot thing,
At its core,
or the style
Solar
of
Ash
the
is a
game.
game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow
Yeah.
through the dangerous and unique world.
It's got like a Mirror's Edge vibe to it. It's almost like Mirror's Edge if Mirror's Edge was a game made by the guys who made Hades. That's the sort of vibe I'm getting off
As you
it.
journey to save your planet,
This
you'll
is
find
like
yourself
the
face to
super
face with
giant,
grotesque
like.
and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid.
Yeah,
built to
the
empower
speed
players
thing
to
I'm liking
encourage
this.
flow.
So, like, this is gonna be like one I can imagine people doing.
As you explore the Ultra Void,
Immediately
enemy
doing.
encounters will scale to greater and greater sizes.
Okay, so there's actually
Some of
scale
these creatures
black
require
levels with
speed
the.
and precise timing to defeat.
Ooh, that's cool.
Ray
Liking
will
that
eventually
very
need to face the massive
saturated sort
sentinels
of
of this
neon
void.
too.
Wretched,
to it.
starved beasts that hold the key to her quest.
Okay. Yeah, it's got a. That's got almost like a sort of a Ruby vibe to it. Very fluid. I like the look
Solar
of
Ash is
this.
Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement.
What else do these
the flow
guys
of
do? Because
combat,
I've
and
seen that
high-stakes
logo quite
battles atop
recently.
enormous beasts all come together to
Yeah,
bring
I'm
players
liking
something
the
we
monster
think is
design looks
incredibly
very
unique,
good,
and more importantly, fun.
and the look of this looks very good.
This game is a labor of love for everyone on the
I
Heart
just
Machine
worry
team.
this is
We're
either gonna
excited to
get
bring
sort of,
Solar
you
Ash to
know,
PS5 and PS4
this is
later
gonna be like,
this year.
yeah. So I would just worry that people are gonna sort of a little bit. Yeah, I mean it looks very good. That looks seriously quite impressive.
If you're a fan of scary games, this
Nope.
next one is for you.
Is it Resident Evil? It's Resident Evil 8, isn't it?
When I first found
Nope.
you were nothing. You were small, pathetic.
Oh.
But now, you are more. Are you ready?
It's Five Nights. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's game. Yeah. If I remember correctly, this is like the Freddy's World, I think this is called, or something. You know, which given that's like the Keanu Reeves, not the Keanu Reeves, sorry, the Nicolas Cage film that is basically like Five Nights at Freddy's, but not like. It's like a, I think it's called like something silly. It's got some silly title. But anyway, it's literally Five Nights at Freddy's, but they obviously haven't got the IP. But it is like basically Five Nights at
Gregory,
Freddy's.
we can get you out of here. You and me together.
I mean, what's it flipping called? Sorry, 1 second. Willy.
They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you.
Wrong Nick. No. Nick. Willy's Wonderland, which is basically a Five Nights at Freddy's like film, and it's like the most bizarre.
What I want, and if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
My concern with this, I guess, is like the Five Nights at Freddy's games never had much of a plot. Yeah, it's fine.
There's more going on here than you realize.
Yeah, I don't call it a security breach. You basically made a Five Nights at Freddy's game. Oh, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
That was a chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Up next, let's take a tour of Oddworld Soulstorm.
That's a blast in the, two blasts in the past so far.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, Creative Director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
We stole the font from Square Enix.
Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution. As you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckins. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player.
Looks
this
great.
Sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations.
That's neat.
There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way, but they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved. When used effectively, you'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy,
a franchise
and be
I have
given the
to
tools
be
they need to fight alongside you.
Entirely
And there will be times when the extra
honest.
hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos.
That's neat.
We wanted you to have the choice.
Like,
But there
I'm
is
sorry to
one
say this is
iconic
never a
ability for our
franchise
shamanic
I
protagonist,
particularly
possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your
ever
foes and use their
got
strengths and
into.
weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The
Never really
Oddworld
got into it,
universe
sorry.
is a diverse place,
No.
and this means that there are some environments and situations that require
Looks
a little
great,
more thought,
visually,
patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged,
it's like,
crossed, and
it looks
avoided.
great. It's just
Ultimately,
not my
Abe's
thing.
journey is one of hope, freedom,
And like the
truth.
animation is
There's
great.
a
And the
rich,
series has been
engaging
around
narrative to
like
discover
so
in a
long.
world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your actions in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way. And we can't wait to see what you will do.
This is like a little bit too realistic. Hello, Odd. Hello, Abe. Oddworld. Cool. Why is he so staring at us?
That was the latest on Oddworld Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the
Get
PS5
this.
version for no extra cost, starting in April.
Neat. Oh, yes. Here we
Moving
go.
on, it's time to catch up with Kena Bridge of Spirits, a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
Yeah, this is like I think they did last year. So basically, most of these I remember from like the last year thing that wasn't E3, but as done at the same time. This looks great. Like it's got this very, particularly sort of with Rare and the Last Dragon coming out. It's got like, a very sort of very nice anime looking thing, and it's good. The visually looks very impressive. This will be, you know, hopefully a classic game.
The rats are quite fond of me. They're usually timid.
Yeah, she's got a very Ghibli protagonist sort of thing going on.
Not come to our village, looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Okay, something has happened in her past.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy. But that power faded long ago.
Okay. Like, I hate to say this, but I also get like a Breath of the Wild sort of vibe off this. In terms of actually, you know, it's sort of this after the end sort of thing going on. Yeah, that's obviously... Yeah, I'm liking this. Two the little critters have got a very...
Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. We must help these spirits to reach them.
Almost got in a calm, particularly with that shot just then, sort of in a calmy sort of vibe. This looks good. And I'm liking the sort of decentralization. Like, I'm just generally liking how this game looks. Oh, okay, so there obviously is going to be some sort of mechanic with the little critters that obviously you can, like, Pikmin-esque things, or use them as a... A lot of, like, the visual style of this looks great. I wonder if, like, the little... blue-haired boys, I think, like, the blue-haired boys are, like, a sibling or a relative. Oh! Oh, that's unpleasant. It's like evil spirits or something? Yeah, I think that was definitely the little... This looks good.
Guide is a lonely one.
Yeah, that's a maybe. That's the first game I've seen.
Now let's settle in for a stylish new look at Deathloop, a PS5 first-person shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
What?
You'll never, ever break this loop.
There's no never here. Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
This looks amazing. I'm sorry, this has got like such a vibe to it.
This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Colt, the visionaries are ready to dance. Are you?
Almost a Bond vibe in both. Particularly with that opening. Like a Bond, like... Yeah, it's like Bond, but like if Bond was like a... Yeah, Essex. It almost feels like a mixture of James Bond and like, what was the really good Killer 7? It's got that sort of, you know, that Suda 51 sort of vibe to it. This is gonna be a fun game. Like, it's not, I get the sort of not quite an open world game, but it's like oh man. Brutal looking. But I feel like this is gonna have like its cast of, you know, rogues. She seems to be like a major like foil to you. And there's all these like mad scientists going on, like weird cults, and this is basically, for the look of it, it feels like about 6 James Bond films going on at the same time with like a time looping mechanism. Oh man.
Song's over, people, and so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you motherfuckers are next.
That's a brilliant. Yeah, this has got, and I'm surprised this is like coming from Bethesda. Like, you know, even as a publisher, it seems so left field.
Before we leave, how about a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Is it Cyberpunk? Oh, it's Final Fantasy VII. Go. Game of the year last year. It's my girl, Tifa. So, what exactly is this adding? Attractive men and women fighting each other. Also, probably like the best remake of like this last gen, whatever.
A touching reunion.
Yes, indeed, Cloud.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to me.
Oh. Oh, you motherfuckers. Oh, you motherfuckers.
My name is Yuffie.
It's motherfucking Yuffie.
Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove
It's
to our current
motherfucking
enemy that Wutai
Yuffie.
is not to be trifled with.
Oh my god.
Members of Avalanche, we got this.
Oh my god, her.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What
Oh my
took
god.
you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm
Who?
Sonon Kusakabe. Where's Clown? We lost him. You what?
Yuffie.
Okay, though, right?
Okay, so they are adding extra stuff.
They're
What
the ones who blew up the reactors.
my question
Should we say hi?
is will I be able to get this for the
After
PS4
what they've
version?
done, we've got to assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle!
Oh.
Stop! We gotta help.
Okay, I like her. You get to play as Yuffie. Oh my god, you get to play as Yuffie, you get to play as Yuffie, you get to play as Yuffie. Oh man, she looks so good. Oh man. Do you get to play as Yuffie? Yuffie seems to have like a really interesting fighting style as well. I'm not into like. Is this gonna be like a thing with like, you know, with the Final Fantasy 15 things where you get a section where you get to play as like each of them?
I should probably get moving.
Is this like something a little bit bigger?
You're better off out of it.
We deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
Stuff punk! What are they doing extra? Integrate. Integrate? It's...
Let the hunt begin.
What? Who the fuck are you? Okay, who the fuck was that?
Get down here, bro.
Please don't tell me that is who I think it is. Okay, on plays, the graphics have been upgraded. Who the fuck was that at the end then? Like, who the fuck was that? Look, it looks amazing. Like, I mean, this is like minor graphical upgrade. Like, it looks a little bit better, and it looks a little bit, you know, cleaner, and the light thing is a little bit better. But like, why is there no shine on his sword? You know, that's moving. It's, yeah, it's like a little bit crisper. It's like, you know, they are, at least it's not like, you know, there is no discernible distance. It is like you can actually see. I mean, if you have not got this game, go buy this game because this is like the best thing on the PlayStation. Like, without a doubt. The lighting is not better, you know, but it's like, it's not really, like, this is my problem. Like, if you've already got this for PS4, what is the point of buying a PS5 for this? Is my big question. Because like I have a PS4, my PS4 quality. Okay. Oh, okay. Again, neat. It's just like Okay, so they've added like a normal mode, and loading times I imagine are down. But it wasn't a game that had like I felt had a really long loading time. I mean, great, it's less loading time, but also like. Oh, okay, there we go, and photo mode. That was what we were kind of expecting, I think. That's neat, at least. That's quite cool. Yeah, so are we going to be able to get this on PS4? Yeah, so it's basically like the FF15 side episodes. It looks cool, and I really hope that obviously this ties into so stuff in obviously Remake Part 2.
You see that?
She looks great.
Just do it.
Yep.
She looks great. Yeah. Integrate. So it does like feel like you can take your stuff over and data transfer. And new episode featuring Yuffie available. Oh, okay, so the Yuffie episode is a full PS5 exclusive. Not a huge gap to wait, so it's like.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, coming to the
Nomura
PS5
likes putting
console
words at
later
the end
this
of
year.
words. Oh, come on, is that it?
And that's our show.
Oh, damn,
We
okay.
hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Neat. What are my thoughts on that? I guess everything, there's, again, nothing I particularly, there's not been any real surprises with that, to be fair. It's like, I feel like a lot of game companies are keeping their cards very close to their chest, really, until the, as I said, the PS, until really we get to E3. I mean, that's the thing, we literally, Nintendo, I felt, played a fairly quick hand, because it's like, we haven't had a direct in so long. This is just really, so you're waiting for XYZ, or that XYZ is out in this, this year, and it's like, that's neat. There's nothing that I particularly dislike apart from the EA thing, which I think I've made my views perfectly clear on. I don't really like, battle royale games as a rule, and that's sort of, I'm happy to say that, but the Yuffie episode looks great. I'm not buying a PS5 exclusively for one little bit with Yuffie, although Yuffie is a great character. Deathloop looks really good. The little cute, there's the sort of the everything in that looked pretty damn good. Just go through very quickly on my thoughts on various things. Yeah, Returnal looks great. Not really my sort of thing. I'm getting a very alien sort of survival horror game on it. I do like, the visual style of it. Knockout City, yeah, EA. Crash Bandicoot, well, it's an enhanced port. Sifu looks really good, and I'm a little bit annoyed we didn't see more of Sifu, because it's like there seems to be some sort of aging mechanic in it, in that you can look at it and go, okay, you are, your character gets more power, or and starts again. But is this, I do wonder if there's something a little bit more to it than just fighting, because it seemed to be like, this character aging. Oddworld Soulstorm looks great, animation's really nice to see another Oddworld game. I mean, not really my huge thing, but yeah. Kenna looks great. I'm very intrigued to see, what the difference, because I said that might be a game I play on PS4. As I said, the problem is that there is nothing immediately that I'm looking at and I'm going, I've got to buy a PS5 for this. Deathloop looks great. I'm liking the vibe for Deathloop. PS, and then obviously you got, it's got a very James Bond vibe. I'm quite intrigued to see what again Deathloop looks like on a PS4, if there's much difference. And then obviously the Final Fantasy enhanced port. Yay, Yuffie! The one thing I'm really intrigued. I'm just gonna go back now. I'm gonna try and find this in the video because I'm just gonna try and find this one shot. 1 second. There he is. Here he is. Wait a minute, if I can get it to play. No, it's gonna have to go back a minute. Give me a moment with this. Let's see. I'm just gonna run this bit of the trailer again. I am very intrigued.
Who are these jerks?
These guys interesting as well. Yeah, so there is this who.
Now, let the hunt begin.
Who is that? Because like, let's just do. This is. I don't know if this is a new character. Because my immediate thing is right. Let's just watch this again. I'm just gonna. I don't tend to take things apart like this so quickly, but let's have a look. Let's pause this. Let's put this on half speed. If I can do this on thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on like on 25% feedback on 20. Just to break this down. And then we'll probably cut off. Okay, turn the sound down. Okay, as I said, yeah, it's played, don't worry. Now, I genuinely think this is a new character. I genuinely think that's some sort of new character for, as I said, it would, I think it's a genuinely new character. So I'm like, is this some sort of, is this something from the remakes? Is this, is this something from Advent Children? Is this some sort of way to put in, Kadaj, Yoz, and the other one? I think it's like, I don't know, I can't remember. It's like Advent Children, man. I am very intrigued to see who that is because they seem to have added in like a hint. It's like it's clearly not Sephiroth, and it's sort of like I do wonder if this is like a failed Sephiroth clone, if it's something just for Yuffie's episode, or if because that's the other thing this could be, and I hate to say this, but it could be Utaimon and Tetsuya Nomura bollocks. And I'm a little bit concerned that it could be, Yodi Tetsuya Nomura bollocks. But, as I said, we'll just have to wait and see. There's not much. The thing is out in, 3 months. I'm intrigued, as I said, to see, what Yuffie's episode is. Because I feel that if this is, if this is indeed a stopgap between Remake Part 1 and Remake Part 2, that if it is a stopgap between Remake Part 1 and Remake Part 2, they, having Yuffie in this is like, okay, we're actually going to have events in this. Because I feel it's difficult now for this game to click back onto, you've now got, essentially, of the main party, you've got Kate Sith, who we've already seen, you've got you've only got Vincent and Sid, who aren't already, in this. And it's like, okay, this is going to produce some really interesting things. So anyway, that was a fairly short and interesting thing. Tomorrow I think we are going to talk about the, because Nintendo are doing, the Pokemon company are doing theirs. So if you're watching this on like YouTube, because I'm going to go and put this on YouTube now, this should be like, the next video along, but anyway, thank you for coming and watching, because, it's nice to sort of sit here and talk and just go, hey, this looks really cool, or hey, here's some new games, and, react to them. So, I think I shall do more of these. Obviously, hopefully, when E3 starts, I can do sort of more of these, depending on, obviously, what E3 is doing this year. But anyway, Thank you for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you on another video. See you later.